Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ballchat podcast. I am Benton. He's Junior. Wagwan family. How you doing? Yellow. Bless up to the man. How you doing, family?
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I feel conflicted. I feel down here. I don't know if the glass is half empty or half full. But from my end, the glass a little bit over half full. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it's how you feel, so we'll accept it. You know, it's how you feel. Whatever works for you. Big up to the family, big up to all the listeners. Welcome to another episode of Ballchat Podcast, the show where we'll review some of the week's major news in the world of football. Come on, mate, jump on later on. So big up yourself if come on, jump on. Then we'll just go on to, we'd love to hear her analysis and her thoughts on the week that was in the world of football. But football family, if you're new to the show, the way we do it, ballers and bugs. We highlight ballers at the beginning of the show. And bugs, we also want to, a small critique to those who didn't do so well. Then we're going to segue to the body of the show and focus on EPL action, get some thoughts on the weekend that was in the EPL, get our thoughts on Mr. Luis Rubiales and what's going on with the Spanish women's team and the whole fiasco around the kiss and consensual or not and blah, blah, blah. We'll also take a look at Messi having the MLS in a chokehold. Lionel Messi, another outstanding day, and get our latest Jamaican news. But we'll also get an update on the Youth 17 tournament going on. Currently, Reggae Girls is playing Panama at Sabina Park. Winner of the group will go on to the next round of the CONCACAF Youth 17 Championship. Junior, ballers and bugs as always. Big up to all listeners. If you're new, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show. If you have ballers, send them on. If you have bugs, send them on. Junior, who do you have as ballers, family? Impressive players.
My first baller, well, Hurricane. Maggie Hurricane first. Because Hurricane scored a double today. I don't know how you feel. Yeah, some people might say Hurricane got into a perfect situation, but there are not many English footballers or British footballers that leave the mainland after starting their career in England and reaching their prime or approaching their prime, then move on to foreign and do well. Hurricane, so far, so good for Hurricane. I want to challenge that. Steve Bachman, man, David Beckham. Who else leave British mainland in their prime and go to go flop? Flop
Michael Owen.
Flop.
Gareth Southgate.
Flop.
Shall I continue?
No, because you just proved my point. So big up Hurricane. He's so far a success in Bundesliga.
It's two games.
Too early. I agree. It's too early. But no matter score goal, and Chelsea would have wanted one of them goals right now. The legend of Jurgen Klopp. You see, when we talk about, because you can buy one if Newcastle's a bug, whatever. Jurgen Klopp, to me, and I have been a starch critique of the Liverpool back office shenanigans, right? And I said that Liverpool is rotting from the inside out. This is going to be blasphemous to some people, but the legend of Jurgen Klopp is almost approaching. Not approaching, but it's close to the legend of Fergie in terms of the never say die, in terms of the hard to beat. That is how me see Klopp. Klopp coming like a vampire coach. He might have one coach me don't want to play against, and you up and you take your foot off the gas. And for some reason, he seems to motivate the players that he have. And for hats off to him. So Jurgen Klopp get my ball of the week tonight.
Jurgen Klopp gets ball of the week. Come on, it's on the line. Come on, how you doing, family? You can't hear me. Mic check,
I
one,
am
two, three.
I am good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. I'm doing well. I don't know about Junior. He said half empty, half full, or something, some normal liquor talk. But um, it's a long time, and the football family, those who've been clamoring for come on, big up on herself. Come on is gracing you with her presence. Come on, how you been doing, family?
Listen, my side win, my two side and win today. When they can't talk to me, I am elated. I was celebrating yesterday the Chelsea victory, and somebody remind me that you guys only play Luton Town, but last season my side would have found a way to lose, so I have to celebrate these 3 points.
Fair enough, fair enough. Big up to all listeners. I'm Win Ballers and Bug segment. Big up to Reggie. Reggie says Ballers this week. Núñez, Messi. We'll get to your bugs in a second, Reggie. Big up to BM. Great week of sports for Jamaica. Athletics finished. Football time again. I don't know if that means that BM is giving the athletics, all the athletes, Ballers of the week, except one Mr. I won't call it a name. Ballers of the week, family, come on. Who do you have?
For my baller, I have to give it to Núñez. I mean, we beat him when him the pure trippiness on the pitch. But today, he was tasked, I think, with a tall order. He got 13 minutes to turn the game around for a Liverpool that I thought would have gotten 10-0 without the big bad VVD and Klopp losing his mind on the sideline and Trent Arnold being an idiot. So I have to give it to him. He came on the pitch, he did his job, 13 minutes he got, and turned around the score he did. So for me, Núñez gets my baller of the week.
All right, Núñez, Ballers of the week. Football family, I just want to update the listeners. The score between Jamaica and Panama Women's Youth 17 CONCACAF Championship taking place 0-0. We're in the 8th minute at Sabina Park. Those of you who are listening in Jamaica, go on to Sabina Park and take in the youngsters and just carrying on a radio. Admission is free. Free. So carry on the radio and go and listen to Ballchat, as we said. Junior, all right. Big up to Jeremy and Levy says Messi, ? Defending in the MLS is non-existent. Brother, do you have ballers of the week, Jeremy? Set on your ballers and leave Reggie's baller alone. Ballers for me, Tariq McGee. 2 goals last weekend. Scored a beautiful goal for Switchback FC. And Junior, stop make up your face. I'm going to give him ball of the week. He's playing very well. So ball of the week. The second goal was outstanding. Very good goal for him. So ball of the week. I'm going to give him a ball of the week. Thiago Almada, Atlanta United own. Big up to the family. I attended the Atlanta United game last night. And when you actually watch Thiago Almada engineer something in that midfield for Atlanta United, is excellent. Junior is bad minding my ballers of the week. It's a short week, family. It's hard to find ballers this week. Raheem Sterling, come on now, you go to baller, family. And big up to the one honorable mention, Lamine Yamal, 16 years old, kid looking good. Ballers and bugs, family. Ball of the week, Manchester United for fighting back. I could give Bruno Fernandes a baller, but BM says Manchester United for fighting back gets 3 points and also a ball of the week. DM also says, do you realize Maggie scored his first goals in senior professional football? So yes, he scored 2 goals. So that means I'm giving him baller. I should wait till he not score. No, he's playing quite well. Playing quite well for Colorado. He didn't play this weekend for whatever reason, but he played quite well last weekend. All right, bugs of the week. Come on, unimpressive players. Who do you have, family?
I want to say unimpressive. Well, yeah, let me talk about my £100 million man, Enzo. Is he ever going to play for us and have a good game? I mean, Endo, Is he going to do what he's up? Enzo Fernandez, is he going to do what he's supposed to do? What we bought him to come in and do, other than get yellow cards? He gets my bug. I'm not impressed on and off the ball. I'm not impressed with him going forward defensively. I just think, I mean, he reminds me of a young Pepe, hot-head and nothing else that he contributes. And I also want to give a big extra bug to Nottingham Forest. How can you have a dibby side against the rope under 20 minutes and you allow that dibby side to come back? Yes, the penalty is questionable, but you shouldn't have to reach this for make a idiot side come back, come beat you. Everton, boy, I mean, I know. Sam, they need to figure out what is going with Everton. So far, they have not won any games, and I don't think they've scored any goals, and I think they have conceded 6 goals. So Everton, Nottingham Forest, and Enzo Fernandez, those are my extreme bugs of this week.
Junior is having the football family. I know some of you listeners on the podcast version of Ballchat. Junior is having these expressions as Cameron is reading her bugs. He is ticked off. Brother, leave Cameron bugs alone and highlight your unimpressive players of the week, huh? Junior, the floor is yours.
I am pissed off. I'm not pissed off at Cameron. I'm not pissed off at you, but I am very triggered right now, all right?
Clearly.
I mean, my first bug. It's in JFF. Whoever, you know, anytime we talk bad about JFF, it feel like somebody backs one of them in them face, right? Right now, why them just get backs in them face? And I say, what me do? What me really do for deserve this? It's a J3A. It's an athletic group at Jamaica. Yes, it's not enough to do with football, but it's not going to bear in. This the World Championship sham that we watched. I don't care what about how much medal and we still look good. I will still do that. Let me tell you something. I am witnessing the beginning of the end of Jamaican dominance in track and field right now because of passa and because of backbiting, all kind of fool. Why don't you even clean up with yourself, man? And stop the damn foolishness. We represent the name on the front of the your chest. You don't put name on back of jersey for Olympics and for track and field. So nobody go like run down the back of the name, man. Don't piss me off. I will tell you something. I'm not Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I've never visited Spain. I couldn't care any less about what's going on in Spain. But you said this thing about the president and the kissing of the woman. When it first happened, I gave myself bug of the week. I give myself bug of the week. I'm say, yo, that's nothing. Why everybody overreact and blah, blah, blah. The man just get a troops and the man happy and a move on. No, me see video. This little brother stand up on stage. The queen of Spain or whatever the damn monarchy is, stand up beside him with the little 13-year-old daughter. And the man up on the stage up, and I grab him balls. That's what to myself now. How somebody to pitch him over? You're up on the stage and you do them kind of sexual things in front of a little picnic and them something. How somebody kicking their body and kick him off the stage? So that's why me name Rubiales or Rubios or whatever I want him. And the pervert them want to run football. Listen, my man, we just had a great Women's World Cup. And now it's staying up because of all of this little foolishness. It's not foolish, it's more serious than that. I'm vexed about it, man. I'm pissed off. We need to get rid of the sexual predator. Them. Okay. I'm speaking of predators. MLS. As a Ronaldo fan, I am a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. And me give Messi the greatest footballer of his generation. Messi is greater than Ronaldo. But if you're a defender in the MLS, you need to don't even start getting paid. Every goal where it's a Messi score, it is shambolic, it is idiotic. Me want to know how the coach him still have a job. You see the goal of Messi score, man? Jesus, Me in my 450-pound self, I look at a little number 10 Messi I run. There's no way Messi I run past me. That choke all that, man. But goat. That choke all that and choke slamming. In that score against my, you man, stupid defense. You'll be down there, man.
Okay, that was a lot. Yeah, football family, do we need to do a recap on Junior's bugs?
Thanks,
Anyway.
man.
We'll get to some of those discussions. Reggie had some bugs of the week, and I missed them. So, Junior, if you find Reggie's bugs, go ahead and highlight them for me, there, please, because I don't even remember where them got. Ballers and Bug segment. Big up to our listeners. If you're new to the show, smart.
Big up Chidi. We don't know who Chidi is, but big up Chidi. Messi nah run past me. Get choke all that.
All right, Ballers and Bugs. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Remember to share this channel, Football Family. We do this every Sunday at 5 p.m., 5 Eastern Standard Time. All right, Ballers and Bugs segment. My Bugs. Continue on the Messi and the defending in the MLS. Junior went in on it. The defending is poor. The game against the New York Red Bulls, the goal that Messi scored, Junior could have tapped that in. Cameroon could have tapped that in. I mean, 4 defenders standing around, ball watching, foolishness that. But that aside, defending aside, what I am seeing in the MLS and what is very concerning in the US Open Cup and the League Cup competition is the lack of competitiveness and cojones from some of these teams. Inter Miami defeated FC Cincinnati in a semi-final game. FC Cincinnati's captain, Lucho Acosta, brought his children on the field to meet Messi after they led the game 2-0. Brought his children on the field. This is a chance to go to a final. Children on the field and begging Messi for his shirt. And we should consider this competitive. This is full. Nashville SC, Max Doherty, or whatever his name is. Again, he lost the final in the League Cup championship game. And he posted on social media with Messi's shirt saying it wasn't all a loss. Where are the players who wants to go toe-to-toe with Messi? I mean, yes, Messi is a baller. Messi is a general. He doesn't need any assistance. And we have too many players who idolize Messi in this league that's just running around wanting an autograph, wanting a shirt, and not doing their job. Bugs of the week for me. Lucho Acosta, bug of the week, brother. At home, you know.
Hold a second.
Come on, that's foolishness.
Hold a second. Yeah, I think you'll be a little bit harsh on these players.
Go ahead.
As the number one fan of Messi on the show, just kidding. Yes. Do you want to be that player that breaks Messi's legs? Do you want to be that player that injures Messi? You know, I saw it last and I laughed and I'm like, if I'm me like the coach, all of them Monday, they're not getting the bonus for that game and they're sitting on the bench because it's laughable. I mean, yes, you don't want to hurt him, but you can't make him go through the middle like him apart the Red Sea. It's like, what is this? It was schoolboy defending. I have seen Kingston College defenders defend better than how New York Red Bulls defended against Messi last night. It is shambolic, but I think those players don't want to be the one to injure the GOAT.
Yeah, but there's a line between injury and being competitive.
Tell that to Damian Lowe.
No, we're talking about people who can't tackle now. but it's just the thing that, and as FC Cincinnati fans, and I know it's not a lot of them out there, the home game, that semi-final game to go to a trophy, at home, and they were up 2-0, and here is the captain. Their captain is over, brought his family to meet Messi, and trying to get a shirt. Brother, a joke thing this. No, man. This is joke. This is foolishness. And again, we're not promoting any sort of injury or harm to Messi. Messi's a baller. He doesn't need any assistance from anyone when he's playing football. Just be competitive. The fans deserve that. The fans are paying for that sort of level of competition. That's all the people in my answer. Now, I'm skin out for Jersey.
I'm sure you have executed a perfectly timed slide tackle, don't it?
Yeah.
You know how sweet a slide tackle feel? Come on, you know how sweet it feel when you run cross and you set your left foot and you see the ball and you swing the right foot and you get the ball and you feel everything you clean up from underneath it and say, yes, the backside we kick down the goat. You know how sweet that feel? Me? The only thing I'm afraid of still is, I'm gonna have a lie, in all fairness to the defender them, we wouldn't really want to rush him and get salad still.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and you get a salad. You know, but all right, like, and the goal last night, a big, beautiful control, beautiful pass to the youth on the wide. I don't remember his name. But then all defenders watched the ball go wide and no player decided to trap Messi. They're all ball watching, and I'm thinking, they do know that Messi is right there beside them. It's just...
But Chin says it's a symptom of the American sport in general. The games just don't really mean that much to anyone, and that him have a point still. Reggie says it Bugs are Astor Football Club who cannot close games when they have 2 goals and a lead. The Spanish FA and UEFA were not doing the right thing and getting rid of Rubiales.
All right, let's get to football roundup and kick it off first with our EPL roundup, family. And
second, can I say something on that Arsenal bug? There's no refund on Kai Havertz. I'm just putting it out there. There's no refund. You bought it, you keep it.
You know what? Probably Arsenal. You know what? Mikel Arteta should probably get a bug of the week for coming out and telling Arsenal fans, to paraphrase, to be patient, and Kai Havertz will get it right. You paid what, $60 million for this player? And you know, in week 2, you're telling the fans to not rush him?
Hey, Jeremy, leave us another bug. The man them that robbed the Mandeville Scotia.
Yeah, that's some serious thing going.
That's a serious bug play that.
Some serious thing. All right, football family, let's get into the meat of the matter. EPL roundup, and we start none other than at St. James Park, Liverpool. I don't know how they do it, come on, but Liverpool was able to pull off something special. 10 men, Liverpool. Is everything okay now with this victory, come on?
Absolutely not. I don't think everything is okay. I am a fan of Salah, but I think at this point the team needs more than what Salah can give. In my opinion, and this is just me as a Chelsea fan with my bad mind self, I just think they should sell Salah and take that money and invest. The midfield section of Liverpool's 11 at all times is chaotic. I mean, I think they need to bring in some players who complements the team. I hear Liverpool fans complaining that Salah is selfish. Yes, he is, but you want your striker to be selfish. You want your striker to take shots on goal. But I think for the past 2 games, I've noticed where Salah was taking unnecessary shots. Like today, I think it was 25 yards out, and he took a shot that had no chance. But if you don't shoot, you don't score. But I think Liverpool has a bigger problem than what we saw today. Now that their VVD is going to be out, who do you bring in? Who is going to cover the ground that he covers? So I think Liverpool really needs to go into the market. And if they say they don't have any money, a 30-plus-year-old striker, you can get 40+ million for him. I think you should go ahead and take it and get some players in.
You know, Junior,
You know,
you and I spoke about the Salah thing, and we can drill more down into it later on in transfer news. But come on, I already touched on the head. But yet, this game itself, your take on the game, family?
You see, because of what Newcastle did to Aston Villa, because of what Newcastle did last year and qualified for Europe this year, because of the high expectations, because the Trent Arnold mistake seems so long ago, right? Because of all of that, we are sitting down here now and trying to balance out the Liverpool good feel or the good Liverpool good vibes. Because I'm going to talk for myself. I'm going to try to balance it out and say Liverpool is in trouble because of blah, blah, blah. But we can't overlook the fact that Newcastle is supposed to be one of the teams that are challenging for top four. Newcastle is one of those teams that came out of the gate hot, right? And look at what Liverpool did to them today, where Liverpool went down to 10 men with not missing one defender. I think Liverpool played most of that game missing 2 defenders because the confidence in Trent Arnold must be low within the players. And Trent Arnold is on the side that Salah, the selfish 30-plus baller that have Saudi Arabia knocking on him door up until transfer market. So all of these things come around and they were still able to hold that Newcastle Formula One side at bay. I think that this speaks to Liverpool's heart, and I think Klopp is at the center of it. I'm going to say it earlier for my ball of the week that Klopp to me is close to having that Fergie mystique about him, where them just not out of a game. I'm close to having that Pep mystique about him, where every game them in it. Even though we know Liverpool now finished top 4, and not supposed to finish top 4 this year. Them just go and win games like this. And I think it have more to say about Newcastle than Liverpool, to be honest.
So hold a second.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead,
So if you're not a Liverpool fan, so I don't know what me even ask you this. But do you think that this is how a big club like Liverpool is supposed to operate? Yes, they're going to eke out the wins, but Junior, the 38-game season plus other competitions that they're in, is this how Liverpool have to eke out the games them and say, okay, then we're going to play for the coach? It don't always work like this. You have like the Newcastle, we never expect Liverpool to beat Newcastle down 10 men from 20-something minutes. That's just how I saw it, and other people did see. Even Liverpool fans have never known them that win. But Juna, is this the way you think Liverpool should play this season? And you just said Liverpool not going to make top 4. You don't think that they want to make top? You don't think they even want to win the Premier League?
No. Don't get me wrong. But when I said they're not going to make top 4, I don't expect. They're not expected. They don't have a top 4 roster. They have a top 4 coach, and that coach have the pulse at the side. So, when you look at some of these games at the end of the season, you look back on some of the game them and say, "Oh, if we only had 3 or 4 more points, we would have achieved X." Right? Liverpool just cut them. Just mark that check on that 3 points when they're not supposed to have. This game today, to me, highlight that Klopp is still Klopp. Liverpool is still Liverpool. And the reason I'm Mr. Fergie is because we have seen, and as a Manchester United fan, I have seen some Manchester United teams that were successful that should not be successful. You have the teams that where you have Quinton Fortune, Barthez. Then look at Bug up on the side. Remember, Fergie's a man with them beating big side will mess up a one game and the next game a beer academy baller play and them still win. Liverpool have that vibe about them. It don't matter who have on the shirt. The man them gonna play some ball. And to answer your question, come on, not every game will be like how it is today. But if I am playing for Liverpool and I know my captain, my savior, got a red card and we're down 1-0. I'm not gonna say it again. We don't care what they want to say. Alisson don't trust Trent Arnold. Salah don't trust Trent Arnold. Only Klopp alone trust Trent Arnold. And him play the whole game. I play both sides game. That means that me I play a game with two defenders. And me still come back and win. My confidence high right now. And Liverpool confidence should be high. And they should feel disrespected by idiots like me who sit down and say, them don't belong in top 4. Klopp will point out people like me and say, them money at this year. Go out there, go beat up, and run down Man City. Like Shikari Richardson.
No, I think I think some of this game mask over some of the issues with Liverpool. I was ready to come on here and beat Liverpool. I actually give Klopp my bug of the week because fundamentally, how long have we sat here and said that Trent Arnold is not good enough playing right back defensively? But yet, again, game in and game in, he was exposed. Today again, exposed. Anthony on that red card pass to one Mr. Isaac. I mean, Trent picked up a yellow card. Easy walk around him. And when players like Anthony Gordon walking around Trent, I mean, Trent a big man in our business right now. So that shouldn't be something that Liverpool fans should be happy about. I would highly implore Liverpool Nation to really look at this Mohamed Salah transfer. I agree with Kamon 100%. If Mohamed Salah wants to go to Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia is offering a bag of money, I would take that money and reinvest in the squad. This squad need a center back. They need a right back. They need a number 6 because I'm not sure this guy Endo is it. And I think that Liverpool has enough horses in the offensive side of things with Jota, Luis Diaz, Gapco to be able to cover the goals if they can address the midfield and the defensive issues. So I think this is an indictment. This victory today is more an indictment. Excellent performance by Liverpool, just genuine hard. But this victory is an indictment on Newcastle. And Newcastle is not where we myself thought they are in this process. You know, so it remains to be seen how this translates over a 38 game season. But I don't expect Liverpool to really compete for a top 4 spot with this team, just like what we saw today. They don't have the depth.
No, but and I agree. But you're going to say as currently composed, and I'm sorry, there is no runaway favorite in the Premier League this year.
Man City.
Hold up, Benton. That yes, Man City. They have done it last year. This is a new year.
Every year we come with the same thing. Every year we come with the same thing and we do it.
All right, but I will pat myself on the back this year and tell us I told you so.
Okay, yeah. Well, you said that last year too.
All right. Every side, every team right now, if you're a fan of any team right now in the English Premier League, you are watching The Wire and you are hunt down Fabrizio Romano Twitter page and I hope to say, here we go. Your side signing before Friday. Every team, because I tell you right now, Man City need a creative midfielder.
Not my team. Not my team.
Yeah,
not my team. Not my team, Junior. We don't need anybody. Junior, where do I put them?
Well,
not my team.
Your side need to get rid of Cucurella. Your side need to get rid of your side still need a striker. Even though I like Jackson, your side still need a striker.
You don't hear them say Poch and Lukaku going to have a meeting. They're going to have a sit down.
So that's the here we go, because Poch have sense. But Man City is in dire need of a creative midfielder.
No, I think Man City is fine. I think they're fine. They get Jeremy Duco. If they get Matthew, they're going after Matheus Núñez, a youth who ran through Manchester United midfield. They
But
will be fine. I mean, they will be fine. I think Phil Foden looked good in the game last week. Didn't play it this week. Man City will be fine. Julian Alvarez can drop in the 10 role, and Kevin De Bruyne will be back. They will be Bernardo Silva. They will be fine. They will be fine. Come on. Red card on this, Isaac. Klopp wasn't so certain that this was a red card.
Yeah, of course it was a red. Initially, I thought that he didn't touch him, but he did touch him, and he's a dog. So somebody sent something to say that this season it has to be intentional and deliberate. This is where I have a problem with the tone and the turn up the discussion takes when it comes to interpretation. You have three of us now on the podcast. All three of us have three different interpretations and three different opinion on anything, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's the same thing with that. You can't leave these things open to interpretation. But I don't like, and I implore people all the time, if you have the time, take at least one referee session. That's the one referee class. And then you will actually look at football different. You know, you always talk about, but me get the ball. Yeah, but you foul the player. So it is a foul. So yes, you did get the ball, but you did foul the player. It has to be a foul. He fouled the player, and he was the last defender back. It's a dog, so you know if him never foul him, Isaac would be through on goal, and it would have been 1v1 with Allison. I don't say he shouldn't have done it, maybe because he thought it was a clear a clean foul, because I saw when he told the player to get up, but he did clip the player, he did foul the player, and it is a red card.
Red card him and Junior, I could run through some of my comments, family.
Jeremy said he agreed they need to sell Salah. They can get a big money for him. Dalton said, big side. Junior, you know that. And he also said, come on, go watch a $10 trillion side.
Regarding, we want to move away. Anyhow, there was a lot of haji-baji trash talking going on between these two dugouts. Jason Tyndale of Newcastle silencing Klopp, or shushing Klopp, and Klopp shush him at the end. These teams will meet again, so this is not over. Eddie Howe felt that man called Trent Arnold should have gotten a red. Come on, should he have gotten a red?
I agree. He should have gotten a red. If he had not gotten the first yellow card, that foul would have been a yellow card. So I think the referee was trying not to kind of make the teams unbalanced so early on, even though a foul in minute one is still a foul. And Trent is such an idiot. And you know what? Let me say this. I have talked to some players who don't know the current rules. Everybody, if you watch football, you hear them say there have been changes in the Premier League where some things will not be tolerated, that anything that goes to time wasting will be carded. The ball is out, right? You take up the ball and you fling the ball. It is regarded as time wasting. So it's a yellow. The foul is a yellow card. 9 out of 10 times it's a yellow card. So he actually got away with one. I mean, at the end of the day, Liverpool should have been down to 9 men, but Trent got away with it. And I mean, I'm a joke about it and say it looked like Trent have an appointment somewhere that he wants to go to the showers early, but it was a yellow card and it should have been a red.
All right, see there. Just want to update listeners on the score. Youth 17 Championship. Panama leading the Reggae Girls 1-0. Group winner goes on to the next round. 2 teams in this group. So if Panama win this game, they will officially win the group. So, and don't ask me how 2 teams in a one group. So it's the 40th minute.
The other countries then withdraw.
Go ahead, come on.
Let me say it's simple. The other countries then withdraw from the competition.
Exactly. 40th minute, Reggae Girls down 1-0. So we need the Reggae Girls to find a goal there. Other results, come on, that and Junior, that stood out to you this weekend. Nottingham Forest Junior had a lot to say and a lot of gripe about the refereeing against them. Allegedly, they felt like the refereeing was against them in this game against Manchester United. Through your Manchester United, take off your Manchester United lens and eyes and heart or whatever. Do you thought the refereeing was biased towards Manchester United?
I think the referee was the referee in the game went to momentum, just like every football game. And we know come on and attest to this. The momentum of the game, it seems like everything goes against you. You know, if you ask 50 people, 49 of 25 of them are said one way and 25 are said the other way. And I'm being very objective. And the penalty, that's the only shoutable really thing them can really complain about. But then the question now becomes, why was the defender so lazy in the tackle? Because that's just a lazy tackle at Rashford. It's just lazy. So it's unfortunate that they lost on that penalty if I was a Nottingham Forest fan. But you can't be up 2-0 and dash the game. You can't be up 2-0 and so early and then you go back in a shell and start playing football and expect for win. Nah, that's a football player.
Come on, your thoughts along with other results that stood out for you this weekend.
Let me see. I am liking West Ham. You know, the West Ham game was a very funny game. And I don't know if you guys remember, I posted the stats. The stats was just ridiculous, just bonkers.
Right.
So West Ham had 18% possession to Brighton's 82% possession. Brighton had, the lion's share of everything. Shots on goal, shots off target, block shots, 17-4 corners for Brighton, right? It was just 38-9 crosses. It was just crazy, and yet they lost 3-1 to West Ham. So that was a funny game for me to see. Yes, possession don't win games, but there are other little components to it. And I thought Brighton had a great game. I don't know what I was watching, but I thought Brighton's game was good. And for them to lose 3-1, it was just, crazy. Then for me, Tottenham Hotspur, I am okay with how they're going on. They don't seem to be missing the Hurricane, even though Hurricane score a bag of goals over. So I think Tottenham is in a good place for them. So those were basically the two games that I thought was good. I was a little bit surprised not to see Leon Bailey start or even feature today versus Burnley, even though Aston Villa didn't need him, they won 3-1. Because I think he scored the last two games. He scored or had assists. So I didn't see him, and that was a little bit weird. So I don't know if he's injured or anything, but those were the games for me that actually stood out.
Yeah, big up to David Moyes, and he's doing an excellent job. How many times have we said David Moyes should get the sack? Excellent job. Seems like he has round the corner with this West Ham team. They've reportedly added Kundus. Of course, they have Edson Alvarez on the books. Mohamed Kundus of Ajax supposed to be joining them before this window closed. And they picked up another big transfer, right? I can't remember the player name. So, looking for big things from West Ham. Let's see how they go about it. Any concern regarding Arsenal family dropping point at home to Fulham?
Sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Not only to Fulham, to a 10-man Fulham. That is what you must say, because the goal for Fulham come after. I was about to say that,
but ignore it.
The goal for Fulham come after Calvin got the second yellow. So Arsenal should be concerned. You hear the Arsenal fans about good run my side. These things happen. This is Arsenal. The almost title winners last season. You're not supposed to allow a 10-man team to come back, come beat it. Who are you, Newcastle?
Title competitors.
But you see, for me, though, this weekend games, when you look at how the year started, we look at Brighton chasing what, 100% record. We know that never happened, but chasing whatever, we know that wasn't going to happen. And West Ham going up against them, I say, all right, West Ham, let's weigh it back off. With Man U and Arsenal about to play each other next week, how do they approach this game knowing that they're not up to snuff as yet? With Liverpool and going up against Newcastle get a chance for stamp them authority and stamp them class. Man City get a chance for sure that they're not going to miss Kevin De Bruyne. Honestly, I think every team had a nervous weekend this weekend. Had a nervous weekend, even in winning. Some of these teams that you expect to go far had a nervous weekend.
Not my side. Not my side. Talk up to
Chelsea is still nervous in that. We're glad the striker get the goal. We're glad. Jackson, but we can feel a little bit Jackson. We're glad Jackson get. I'm going to tell you, I like Jackson. But when you watch Chelsea play, when Sterling scored that goal, you can literally feel the weight to come off of the fans. Like, finally, we get to watch a regular football game that we are favoriting, right? So they still have the questions about that. So I'm telling them, Friday, everybody is watching the waiver wire. Caicedo, the ball tripping 2 times. And then all of a sudden turn around and have a good game. May has a different carbon because towards the end of the game, I saw where Enzo and Caicedo started for sure what they are going to be like. And show dominance. Granted, them not playing against nobody. But you still see what can be there. Arsenal, you as a Man U fan, me a fret now because next week Arsenal will show up and just beat the Arsenal will come in second last year. So this week is just leading up to the transfer market. I don't know if it's a Saudi league. Something over all of these teams making all of them nervous.
All right, football family, let's touch some other news in the world of football. Results, all right, let's go over the results for the EPL. Aston Villa, before we move to other news in the world of football. Aston Villa 3-1 over Burnley. Man City 2-1 over Sheffield United. Newcastle 2-1. And Liverpool defeated Newcastle 2-1. Spurs victorious over Bournemouth. Fulham, Arsenal 2-2, 1-1. Crystal Palace, Brentford, and Wolves picked up a monumental victory for the one, Mr. Ariola, coach, and a 1-0 victory. Junior, and come on, a word for your boy, Sean Dyche, right?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
All right. Other news in the world of football, the news that dominated all of the football space this weekend was all about one, Mr. Rubiales, Luis Rubiales, president of the Spanish Federation. We all pretty much know what happened. I mean, we've seen this thing reported multiple places. I mean, the latest scenario is that he's been suspended provincially suspended by FIFA. 80 staff members left, or 80 players said they won't play for the Spanish team. Women players said they won't play for the Spanish team while he's at the helm. Come on, this is a sensitive topic, a lot at play here. Junior, your thoughts on it, family? Other than we burn out predators. Junior, come on, your thoughts.
Why are we waiting on him to resign? I mean, like, you have all of this, you saw it. It was unwanted contact. Why can't you fire him? Why can't you remove him from his position?
And that speech that he gave on Friday to an emergency meeting to the Spanish Federation, to the members, he said that he was very vocal. He said that, I will not resign after I'm one of the most successful presidents in the history of the Federation. Just to kind of give an overview, a timeline of the events. This is from the BBC, so big up to the listener, to the journalist at the BBC for this timeline. On August 20th, during a ceremony, he kissed Jennifer Hermoso. Hermoso later reacts to the kiss during a live stream and says, quote, she did not enjoy it. On August 21st, Rubiales issues an apology saying he is, quote, sorry for those who were offended, end quote, after being fiercely criticized. On August 24th, World Football's governing body, FIFA, opened disciplinary proceedings. On the 25th, a defiant Rubiales insists at the emergency meeting that he will not resign, and he said it was consensual. On the 25th, Jennifer Hermoso says that it was not consensual. On the 25th, the Spanish government came out and says that they want things to change. To paraphrase, he wants the Spanish government says it's the beginning of a legal proceeding, seeks to suspend Rubiales. The Spanish government started that proceeding, or was evaluating to process to start that proceeding. And on the 25th, 81 Spanish players, including all 23 players who went to the Women's World Cup, announced they will not play for Spain's women's team until he's removed. On the 26th, the Spanish Football Federation said it will take legal action, quote, against each falsehood that is spread. And this is action on behalf of Rubiales and against the Federation. On the 26th, FIFA announced that it's provisionally suspending Rubiales pending the outcome of its disciplinary proceedings. And on the 26th, Jorge Vilda criticized Rubiales, coach of the women's team, said it was inappropriate action by the president. On the 27th, the Federation delegate for sexual violence protocol and internal investigation began. It's a lot of stuff. I can't even keep up. Junior, come on and ask a question. What is taking so long? I guess there might be a protocol. There's a procedure to X him because you're worried about a legal ramification there. Is that the scenario here? Come on, and Junior. If you just sack him, I mean, I guess the members would have to agree to remove him, right?
All right. There's so much more to this story, right? If Obama, as president of the United States, did bust a kiss on Carly lied, right? We not say, yo, that's crazy, blah, 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 that's inappropriate, blah, blah, blah. But in the heat of the moment, at the height of the moment, he got carried away with himself. Kiss her, move on, right? Slap him on the wrist and let's move on. That's what I expected from this story. That's what I said earlier in the bug 7, will give myself the bug of the week. I said, I'm not from Spain. I have no idea what is going on there, right? But obviously, this brother have a track record of some things where him do, and him just get bowl and bowl and bowl and bowler. Like, I have the same question, well, come on up, why it takes so long? The thing is this, and sports is one of the safe spaces, and unfortunately, and the statement I'm about to make is from a serious place, but it's very unfortunate. Sports is one of the safe places for us to be against racism, prejudice, and just all of the human societal issues. but it's also a safe haven for predators because this is a place where you have a good old boys club, or you have a safe place where everybody is under one accord, under one umbrella. This kind of remind me of, if everybody remember the Sandusky thing at Penn State.
Yep.
How Sandusky was over time preying on the players them, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling something are going on in the Spanish Federation. The president up at the top, and him a skim off at the top. But imagine what is going on behind closed doors. And just because the players know that this is a fraternity and this is a locker room and everybody's safe in the locker room, we have to keep it quiet. Imagine what else is going on there. And not only that, imagine what is going on in all the other countries. Imagine what is going on in the countries that is not regulated. Imagine what is going on in the countries where the girls can't even play professional football because they're not good enough. So then now the little money when I make out of this, they're going to say, well, you know what? A one kiss, a one feel up is worth this. And it's a sad statement. It's a very sad statement. But it's the truth. It is the truth. And you have to sit down now and say, okay, what is the end result? Because if you cut off the head of this snake, you're going to have 10 more heads pop up. And the 10 more heads are going to pop up. I'm going to say, yeah, we're not kissing in public, you know. Because we see what happened to Rubiales. We're not kissing in public. I'm going to bust a kiss behind closed doors. So I don't have any, me personally, have no confidence that this is going to be wiped out.
Come on, do you have anything else to add regarding this? It's a lot to unpack. Come on.
Something must be going on, when it comes to the female Spanish team, because they had the same issues with the coach, right? It's like, I don't know if you guys heard the story where you can't close you're at a hotel, you can't close the hotel door, or you can't go to bed until the coach or somebody comes in and check. You're an adult. So that so it's just, there's something going on with the federation that they probably need to fix from the top and it come down. I think if you're comfortable in the middle, that means you're getting protection from the top. So they have to change what is going on. It's nice to see even male Spain players supporting the player. And it's so interesting to see that most of the staff, the coaching staff, quit. This thing is like, it's rolling and it's rolling and it's rolling. And so it's going to be interesting to see. But something will have to be done. If they can't fire him, they can vote him out. I mean, call an emergency meeting and have a vote to remove him.
You know, what is interesting, and the point that you make, come on, about the players' hotel room doors have to be left open. This is under current coach Jorge Velda stipulations. That's why that was part of the problem that led to so many players not showing up or exiting the team for the recently concluded Women's World Cup. But the thing that stood out to me is that current Spain's men's coach, I think Del Fuente issued a statement in support of the women's team and in support of Jennifer Hermoso. But he was the same. He was one and amongst many, many men who applauded one Mr. Luis Rubiales for being so defiant at the emergency meeting on Friday. So, there is a culture, it seems like, that is enabling this behavior, and is now that the fire get light, or AKA criticism that is across the board. Now you have the Spanish men's coach who came out and said he's against this, and of course Vildas came out and said that it's inappropriate behavior. But these same men who applauded this president on Friday, 48 hours ago. So it doesn't make any sense. And one other thing that needs to be addressed, I think this is not unique to women's football, and so this is something
Right.
that men, if you're about people and about fairness and about care and compassion and equity and equal treatment, you should be lighting the fire or pushing for change in this society if these things are happening, because it happened in men's sports where you have abusive coaches. It happened in men's sports in men's football where you have coaches who overstep those boundaries. So it's crazy that this thing is happening now in 2023, brother. It's crazy, come on. Crazy.
I don't think it's crazy though.
Yeah. You don't
I don't think it's crazy that it's happening in 2023.
Crazy from the standpoint that, we think that, at least for me, we think that we have made some strides in this equity movement. But yet a man just feels like, boy, you can't just grab up a woman and just kiss her pant. Brother, go and go take for yourself.
Yeah, but you do know it is because of the strides that we have made in the equity movement why this is being exposed right now.
Why? Yeah. So now
because if there was no strides in the equity movement, the brother kiss the girl, it could have come out as a simple say, look, I was overcaught with emotion. We win the World Cup. I'm happy. Yo, when you come, I just saw my wife in her. It wouldn't even go that far and say that. Everybody would have laughed. If it was the 80s, everybody would have laughed. Oh, that's so funny. And keep it moving.
Yeah, man. BM says, I hope Jamaica isn't involved. If it is happening, I am not surprised.
Well, let me be that guy. I have no proof of it. I'm now going to ask Cameroon if she hear nothing, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell you something. It must be happening in Jamaica. And it's not only Jamaica. It must be happening in everywhere. Anywhere you have a young female athlete and you have an old male participant and even an old female participant, there is going to be some interaction that happens. That's some inappropriate interaction.
Hold on a second. Hold a second.
Those are the views of Junior and not Ballchat.
But Benton, how many times have you seen me say I am uncomfortable when I see a male physio rubbing down a U12, U14, U15, and U17 player? Do you remember me saying that?
Yeah,
I mean, like, there's a certain amount of touching and rubbing, and I'm sorry, I don't know these people, but I've always said that the sport needs more physio. And I encourage a whole bunch of girls when I see them. I said, what are your plans? What are you trying to do? If you go to GC Foster, you can pursue this kind of thing. And the national team, the clubs will want a female physio. But we don't have enough of those. And when I see a U14 being rubbed down by a male physio, yes, somebody say your mind too dirty, but these things happen. And I don't know if you don't forget, but the parent who talk about the coach and our daughter, right? And she was threatened. So it happens. I mean, it is out there. But the problem is that these young ladies don't have anyone or an avenue to go through when these things happen. Do you want to play on my team? You have to do this. Let me rub your Junior, Benton, it happens. And Junior right finna asked me because it's a long whole thing and it drives me nuts. But it happens, and we just have to make sure that we protect our young ladies and our young men.
Can we swing the door the other way too? Because we know this is an uncomfortable conversation. It's probably uncomfortable for some people to hear, but this is what I'm telling you right now is the reality. You have some younger people that also encourage some things to happen as well. And whether we want to say it is youthful ignorance, whether we want to say it is, I miss people, not only girls, but boys as well. whatever we want to say is testosterone or hormones or whatever we want to say. These things happen. It is one of the dark side of sports. It's one of the dark things that happen in the locker room. And in my opinion, especially for somebody that's been on both sides of the fence, not in the abuse thing, but as a player and also as a coach, in my opinion, you can all what should happen is education. You educate the coaches, you educate the players. It's going to be an uncomfortable situation, but you educate them both individually, separately, and together. And you look at them and say, look, we understand locker room. We understand you have banter. We understand harsh playing. But we have to also understand that there's a line that cannot be crossed. We also have to understand that this is what the line look like. Because we might think it's funny right now, you know. But you have some people that don't understand that they are crossing the line. You have some people out there that do. I have seen it with my own two eyes. And some people just don't know them crossing the line. And then the train leave the station and they gone on one whole different path. And then somebody come in now and see something and say, wait, what go on here, son? And then that's where rumors start. And once the rumor mill start, it just get out of hand.
You know what, Jonah, you have a good point, but I'll always say that the onus is on the adult. You know, you have the young girls that I have seen it. The young girls get a little bit too friendly, and this is where my sister. Let me plug my sister thing. My sister's program and my cousin's mentorship comes in. We've seen where you have a lot of girls who really don't have a father figure. So when they get this one father figure, this one coach, it moves away from the respect to adoration. I have seen it where you look at the coach and you see them look at you with googly eyes, and because this is the first male person who show you attention, who takes care of you, who may buy you a pair of cleats because you don't have it, but in your mind is that he's buying me something, right, for me to give him something in return. So I have seen it. So that is why we have a mentorship part of the academy where we can, explain it. Because I mean, I've said it already. We talk about it already, and I'm going to say it again because I said it the other day. You remember when I said to you when I was helping that one girl to come to college, her mom came on the phone and asked me if I look the daughter. Do you remember?
I remember. Some things were, well, yeah. So and it took me a minute, but I had to remember that I wanted to help this player to come to the States, to come to college, and I had to remember that not everybody was shown love, right? Because in her mind was that I am taking an interest in her daughter to get her to the next level, so I must want something. So you always have to put the blame on adults. Don't really blame, but put all of the action on the adults to make sure that you guide this. If the girl tell us you're good looking, that's okay, and it's up to you to draw the line. And the same thing with female coaches, with young men. So so I understand we need a mentorship part to the football world. And guess what? If we don't fix it now, we're going to have the same things reach them when they become adults.
Yeah.
And BM says that also some people pass off inappropriate behavior as jokes or banter.
Yeah,
Correct.
I 100% agree with both. Well, most of the points I agree 100%. I definitely think that stakeholders, and fans, we need to demand better and put our words with action and get some changes, because as Cameron said, no grown man is supposed to rub down no 14-year-old. And knowing the culture that we grew up in a yard, where enough man talk about when grass I grew up ball for roll. Unfortunately, enough of us grew up and we saw teenage pregnancies being quite prevalent. I mean, and that was the ramification of doctors, big man, police officers, and thus some of that bleeds over into sports and football. And so here it is. It's not something that's unique to Jamaica. It's something that has happened or is happening in other cultures. So the ones them who want to do better, and collectively we have to push to do better. We'll see what will happen with Luis Rubiales. There's also accusation leveled or investigation that is ongoing for the Zimbabwean or Zambia's coach recently. So we'll see how these things happen and plays out. But there needs to be standards set in place. And if you pass the standard or walk around it, you need to be held accountable. Jail, whatever needs to reach you, I just saw
BM says, I'm sure Camon understands now where the parent was coming from, not that Camon had any ill intent.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and the reason I'm stop by still BM is because there's like Camon does a lot for young players, not only girls, but young players in Jamaica, and you'll be surprised. And my hope is that one day Ballchat can become so big a platform that it will help Camon and people like Camon that is trying to do good, because there are some people out there who are trying to make it and sports is the only avenue or this is the only avenue. But the people that is around them, they are coming from, and this has nothing to do with football, but this is life, and that's what Ballchat is. Look how Queen Africa come out and talk about the other day. That's something what's happening at every market. I'm going to tell you something. You see, anything in life, it's something we know for a fact. Anything in life that does not require you getting some high-level education, even in education, it happens, but not as prevalent. But if it's something that don't require you to bust your brain to get to a certain level, then it opens the doors for people to come in and bring in the barter system. And when you start bartering things, you, in your mind, don't get staying up in your life. So when your children coming up now, you can't. Because like when Camon might say that, oh, it look a weird to physio around on a 14-year-old. Right now, you have some ignorant thinking person from Minnesota, some white woman named Kelly, we're going to sit down and Camon and say, why would you? Benton, this is a real Benton, this is a real conversation.
The management.
The white person named Kelly, if she black, she named Cindy.
These are the views of Junior Pringle. And
these are the views of real life. Them I will sit down and look and come on and say, boy, come on, why would you think so negative all the time? And come on, I will sit upon them and say, if you know what I know, you will look on this differently. Everybody's history is different. So I don't know. My vote is do our education system and bring in the players them and the coaches and the admin, and everybody sit down and take this class together. And everybody say, look, we're all family.
You just hold people accountable. See, it's simple. I mean, there are criminal charges. If you abuse, harass, whatever, need for turn over and execute. But that's a whole other thing. But those are the views of Junior Pringle, the latter part of that statement, and not Ballchat. Before we go my way yard, and again, we watch the space, we'll keep the family up to date on the latest news regarding Luis Rubiales as the pressure mounts to get him out the office as the president of the Spanish Federation. Before we go my way yard, family, we must give another update regarding the Youth 17 tournament, Youth 17 matchup between the Reggae Girls and Panama. Panama still leading the Reggae Girls 1-0. Reggae Girls need to win this football game to go on to the next round. Each group winner will qualify for the final round of the CONCACAF Under 17 Championship. Transfer window is closing soon, family. What news are you watching for transfer window closing? Mohamed Salah, is it this year, next year? or this is the last we hear of it regarding Saudi and Saudi's proposal, Al-Attad. Come on.
He's not going anywhere.
Not
I
going
mean,
anywhere.
if I want assist today, he's not going anywhere. Did he play all the 90? Let me stop watch it. But I want Curly Hairs too on my side to go to Manchester United. You know, just go on over there, go help Maguire, because we really don't know what is going on with you over there. Lukaku, I don't know though. Do we need him? I mean, will it be a compliment to Jackson? Do we need Lukaku?
You're paying him, why not play him?
Well, that's true.
And the same
Might
thing
as
I feel
well.
about Harry Maguire. You're paying him, why not play them? You have so many games to play. Well, I guess in regard to Chelsea, there are a lot less games because they're not playing on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday night. So there's a lot less games.
Okay, really, Benton.
I see BM put something that I'm afraid to talk about that. Shamar Nicholson possibly going to Watford. Is there any truth to that?
There's an interest there from what I saw, but you know what? I would see him wide at Watford, with the history of Ismail Sarr and others trying to get out of that club. No, I mean, let's see. We'll watch the space. Come on, you have anything to say regarding Shamar Nicholson? And I think there was an initial report and then it kind of just died down.
It died down.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything after. And I don't. Is he in Jamaica? I think he's in Jamaica. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Listen, Shamar is a young man. He should go wherever the money is. The opportunity to play, because I'm not going to say if you don't play, you're not going to play for the national team, because we've seen if you don't have no club, you still get called. So he may be okay with, yes.
Hello, Demari Gray, Liam Bailey, Mikel Antonio, Mason.
Mikel Antonio is old and he's injured.
Mason Greenwood.
Well, we don't know. Well, Shamar needs to throw his hat in the ring. He needs to make sure
play defense.
Huh?
Go play defense.
Actually, I would prefer he would play a number 10, the role, prefer a midfield. Shamar would do very well as an attacking midfielder. So he may need to move to that position to really stamp his name in the books for the national team. But he should go where the money is. You know, it will be just unfortunate. And today I saw where Toulouse played and it said, well, Junior Flemings is back with Toulouse because I think this is the last year on his contract. But he says he has a muscle injury.
Yeah. Before we go, another news that occurred this week or recently that we haven't touched. I want to get your thoughts on this. Manchester United parting ways with Mason Greenwood. That seems like eons ago. But Junior and Cameron, any final thoughts on this? Mason now is without a club. Word is that Jamaica is also looking at Mason Greenwood. Well, Dennis Chung, Jen Seki did say they, of course, they will look at the player or something like that. Come on.
Listen, anybody who thought that Mason Greenwood would play back for Manchester United after the female team, the players of the female team said that they will not be in support of that. When you have, commentators, you have fans, season ticket holders saying that if Mason Greenwood come, it's all about the money for them. Why would you bring in a player that going to bring the club into, in disarray? So it was the best thing for him, for the club, and also the best thing for Mason. Mason probably needs a new start, a fresh start. But it's interesting. Which club in England will touch Mason Greenwood? Yes, it was not
Saudi Arabia, brother.
But I saw an article that
they don't want him.
Arabia said that they don't want to touch that either because
imagine Saudi Arabia don't want a player.
Listen, I think, if Mason wants to restart his career, he would have to go maybe Scandinavia. Let me forget what I said. Belgium.
What about
Junior,
Turkey? Go on to
Junior,
Galatasaray.
I don't think a team. Well, you know what? He may get through because Joey Barton get Wolipa free pass.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, Rafael Morrison get a lot of free pass. So maybe not this season, but maybe Mason will bounce back on his feet.
Did the Marlon King play after the rape?
Yes.
So there's precedent there. The thing, I'm not forgot you have come on. Manchester United hurt themselves with the Greenwood story. They should have made the decision early. We're going to keep Greenwood. We're not going to keep Greenwood. Make it early, call it early, and actually hurt Greenwood's career, because if they had made this determination from way back in January, he could have used that early spring to just make it wash out of the new cycle and go play for Birmingham City, or go play for some third division side. Hell, go play for Ryan Reynolds' side. Ryan Reynolds can come and say,
pass the man onto the man's side, brother.
No. Understand what I'm saying, though. There are lower teams out there that will overlook the thing and bring him in for his talent. There are teams out there that will do that, and there are teams that will do that. Manchester United shoot themselves in the foot because they could have easily loaned him out. If you loan out the player for a year, 2 years, and then turn him life around, go a third division side, carry the third division side in 2 years to the first division, everybody will forget about it. People in Italy going to forget about it. Germany going to forget about it. France are going to forget about it. And man, you can't cash out for the player. They're just idiotic in the mind.
Lukaku, transfer news for Goma Yard. Will he be at Chelsea this year, or will Roma or whoever bring him in? Come on.
Roma going to bring him in because the start to Jose's season has not been what he expected, and he's going to need some firepower. I don't think he has that, because even with they couldn't beat a 10-man side Verona yesterday. So I think Jose will definitely bring him in. They're 14th. The season just started, yes, but they're struggling, right? So I really think that they're going to bring in Lukaku because he know the league, he know the players. Yes, he may sometimes, act up, but he gets the result done when they really need him. And I think he would be a good fit for Jose. Hey, them used to work together anyway. And Chelsea, I think Chelsea just sees him as surplus. So I think a new start for him would work.
Yo, check out Gabriel Marcotti's article on Romelu Lukaku and the summer potential moves. And if the things in the article that Gabriel Marcotti wrote is accurate, Lukaku just shoot himself in the foot, brother. I mean, you went from being loved at Inter Milan to then not answering phone calls, you and your manager staying wide of Inter, to then talking to Juventus. It's just, the brother is a joker. We will see any other news before we go my yard, family, that you're watching as transfer window closed, Junior.
Gravenbach. Look up for Gravenbach. Bayern Munich says that he's expendable. Liverpool could come in and get him. Manchester United don't forget him. So Gravenbach, basically Pogba 2.0. I'm hoping Man U get him on Amrabat. I'm really hoping for that, but we'll see.
Come on, any news, anything that you're watching out for?
No.
Pep Guardiola family, we're going to end the show by saluting Pep, quickest manager to 200 Premier League wins. He's done it in 269 games. Alex Ferguson did it in 322 games. So big up to Pep, and Pep is recovering from a surgery. BM says, is there any truth to Lauren Donaldson coaching the U.S. women's team? I'll believe that one. I don't see that happening.
That was never happen in a million years.
No, I don't see that happening.
If Lauren Donaldson, I no disrespect to Lauren, but Lauren Donaldson, if I never hear that, and there is no way. First of all, Lauren Donaldson black.
Again, these are the views of Junior Pringle and not.
All right, show me a black coach with coach U.S. women's or men's national team. I will wait.
What, Junior? I didn't hear your question.
Show me a black coach that has coached the U.S. women's, men's, or women's national team. I will wait.
Ryan Thompson is the goalkeeper coach for the men's national team.
Head coach, Benton.
Okay, you never specify.
Come on, man. First of all, he's black. Second
of
all,
these are the views of Junior and not Ballchat.
Second of all, he's not American, so his CV have to beat out all of the American possibilities.
And we're not sure if Lauren is American or not. Lauren probably have a blue book.
Lauren might hold an American citizenship in the bad America.
Come on, you're awfully quiet. You know something that we don't know here, that Junior doesn't know?
Nope.
No, that's a quick response. With that response, BM, there's a possibility that Lauren might be in the running for the job.
Lauren born in Jamaica.
It is called the Rooney Rule, people. It is called the Rooney Rule, where you bring in a black candidate just to meet the quota. And guess what? You bring in the right black candidate. It's not a chance. Come on, man.
I mean, are these speculations grounded in anything of seriously? Is it because he used to quote some of these players? Come on. Or is the U.S. Soccer Federation legitimately, to our knowledge, looking at Lauren?
There's nothing official come out to say that they're looking at Lauren. It's just hearsay. It's like, what? Hearsay. So it was just like so weird and random. Like, Lauren? Why? Why Lauren? I mean, like, what? You know,
like this is the same man that put Jody Brown in a number 10 position. Big up my brethren.
Listen, Lauren has been a staple. The US, the US know about him. Like a couple of his players have gone on to play in the NWSL and even go on in the national team. I mean, like looking at Lauren, no. I before that them go back for Pia. Absolutely not.
Hey guys, listen. Prior to the World Cup, yes. Because there's no coach that has a CV of crisis management like Lauren Donaldson. No coach. The closest that come to it is probably Cameroon ex-coach or whoever coached Dynamo Kiev. With what going on in Ukraine and still keep the team afloat. Lauren CV prior. But if you tell me, sir, as the president of the U.S. women's national team, here's Lauren Donaldson, recently coaching the Jamaica national team, and they scored 1 goal in 4 games. And now he's going to be coming on to bring us to the next World Cup title. Lauren Donaldson, everybody, having it. Come on, man. Come on.
And that voice is the voice of Junior Pringle and not representing Ballchat, mimicking anyone. Football family went overtime. Big up to El Pistolero. Big up to all listeners. Remember to smash the like button.
I know a show next week. Holiday.
Yeah, Ballchat will be live and direct, of course. Ballchat will be live and direct, and then we'll go Jerk Fest. Go enjoy some swim around and enjoy. Ballchat will be live. I will be here, even if Junior won't be.
I'll be there then.
You know.
I'll be live on location at Jerkfest.
At Jerkfest. If you're in the Atlanta area, we're linking up at Jerkfest. Big news before we close the show. Roberto Mancini was announced as the head man of Saudi Arabia's national team family. 10 days ago, Mancini stepped down from the head coaching position of Italy's men's national. Well, I said Mancini is gonna get his money. Everybody running for the money, come on. Everybody are running for the money.
Where you say not run for your money? Make them call me, you know?
Yeah, Ballchat
Big
will be
Sam.
relocating to Saudi Arabia.
Big Sam don't get call it.
Yo, Ballchat will be relocated to Saudi Arabia. That's what I'm saying. This is the place.
No, sorry. These are the views of Junior. We're not going over that place there, man.
Panama still leading the Reggae Girls 1-0. CONCACAF Youth 17 action. The winner of the group goes on to the next round. The winner of this game will win the group. Football family, connect with us on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ballchat1. We're on Facebook at Ballchat. Please remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, and share the video, family. Come on, it was great hearing your voice again, and great to not, well, I'm not going to say not see you, because I see you anyway. Great to hear your voice, come on. Big up yourself, one love family. Junior family, we're gone on the road, you know.